Good evening to our viewers in the West, and thank you for joining us for a special edition of the CBS Evening News. Tonight, we're in New York, where we saw an extraordinary day unfold. Former President Donald J. Trump was arrested, booked, read his rights, and the indictment against him unsealed. Tonight, Trump addressing supporters for the first time from the ballroom at his Mar-a-Lago resort. The 45th president of the United States pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. According to the indictment, the 34 counts were part of an elaborate scheme to conceal crimes that hid damaging information from the voting public during the 2016 presidential election. They include claims by a doorman that Trump fathered a child out of wedlock, now known to be not true, as well as hush money payments to hide sexual relationships with two different women, including former porn star Stormy Daniels. Trump denies the allegations and calls the investigation a witch hunt. We have team coverage, and CBS's Scott MacFarlane was in the courthouse today and starts us off tonight. Good evening, Scott.
Norah, a sight unlike any in American history. A former president brought here to Manhattan to be criminally indicted. The prosecutor here accuses Donald Trump of paying hush money to undermine the 2016 presidential election. A defiant stance from former President Trump as he left Trump Tower this morning, but after waving to supporters as he entered Manhattan criminal court, surrendered to authorities, and briefly appeared before cameras, Trump looked noticeably somber. He had been arrested, the first formal criminal charges for any former president. There was reportedly no mugshot taken, but he was fingerprinted and given a case number like any other defendant. Flanked by his lawyers inside the courtroom, Trump listened as the judge's clerk read off the charges against him. Asked for a plea, the former president remained seated and said not guilty. He said nothing as he left the courtroom. Trump is charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to conceal hush money payments to three individuals who were threatening to reveal negative information about him during the 2016 election. One involved former adult film star Stormy Daniels and $130,000 in payments to her, orchestrated by former Trump fixer Michael Cohen. Another payment, $150,000, to former Playboy playmate Karen McDougal, who alleged she had a sexual relationship with Trump while he was married and was prepared to make the story public, an allegation Trump denied. And another payment, $30,000, to a Trump Tower doorman who was trying to sell information about a child he claimed Trump had fathered out of wedlock. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg spoke after the arraignment.
Under New York state law, it is a felony to falsify business records with intent to defraud and an intent to conceal another crime. That is exactly what this case is about. 34 false statements made to cover up other crimes. These are felony crimes in New York State, no matter who you are. We cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct.
The former president addressed supporters tonight at his family estate in Florida.
Alvin Bragg of New York, who campaigned on the fact that he would get President Trump. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. As it turns out, virtually everybody that has looked at this case, including rhinos and even hardcore Democrats, say there is no crime and that it should never have been brought.
Sources close to the former president tell CBS News he's gaming out how the arrest can help him politically. Today, sending out this fundraising email, selling a T-shirt with a fake mugshot on it, on sale for $47, as he runs to be the 47th president. Trump also continued to attack Bragg and the judge in the case, Juan Merchan, who oversaw a previous trial where Trump's real estate company was convicted of tax fraud. Only a few Republicans were in New York to support the former president, including Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and New York's George Santos. But several top members of the GOP called the arrest shameful and a travesty. The next scheduled hearing in this criminal case isn't until December, with the trial tentatively scheduled for January, just as the 2024 presidential primary season begins. Norah?
Scott MacFarlane, thank you.